Good morning. Good morning. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Monday. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. And hopefully most of you, if not all of you, got out here for our, Kim, good morning, for our 8th annual Customer Appreciation Day that we had on Saturday. I had a big party, good times. I think were had by all. A little bit of a disappointment that I didn't get to get in a dunk tank Saturday. Our dunk tank party supplier people decided not to bring stuff out to us. So, is what it is. We all had a good time anyway. I got to hang out at the swag table and chit chat with people all day. So, hopefully you guys came out here, took advantage of some of the deals, membership deals, the firearms deals, ammo deals, all the stuff that was going on, and had a good time. So it definitely is one of those things that we want to do our best to try to let you know that we appreciate you, and we have a good time with you, and we hope you have a good time with us. So if you didn't make it, mark it on your calendars now. Just like take a week off of work around the second weekend or third weekend of September. That way you know you've got time off and you can come out and party with us. Awesome weekend weather-wise. I did get a little sunburned on my neck from being outside all day, but it was cool to get to work in a swimsuit. I even taught a class. It was really weird teaching a class wearing shorts and a t-shirt. But we also have this week our women's self-defense clinic that we have coming up with Gracie. Hold on, my camera's moving on me for some reason. So this Friday night, from 7 to 9 p.m. It's $25 down at Gracie, Barra. It's a jiu-jitsu gym that I go to. It's a great class. It's only $25 and it's 2 hours. Kim, you should be there. You should be there. If you want to sign up, just shoot us an email. You don't pay us, you pay them the night of. But just shoot us an email so we can give them an idea on how many people are coming. Just send an email to training@therangestl.com. We'll send you a link to a Google form to fill out. And then we'll contact everybody probably Wednesday or Thursday just to say, hey, reminder, this is how much it costs. Wear comfortable athletic clothing, something you don't mind getting sweaty in and rolling around the ground in. So it's a really, really good time. It's eye-opening. It's my hope with an event like that is that it's eye-opening enough that you join, whether it's their gym or somebody else's gym, that you join and roll. I rolled with a chick this morning at class. She was good. I mean, it's great. I mean, I have a significant size, weight, strength advantage over her, but jiu-jitsu is awesome at teaching you how to use leverage and a little bit of trickery to hurt people or just simply get away. So, and that's really the goal of this, is to teach you some very basic stuff. This isn't going to make you a jiu-jitsu black belt, okay? It's not. It's not going to make you a super ninja or anything like that. This will give you some tools that you could use right away. You're still going to have to practice them, okay? Even if you never ever went back to a jiu-jitsu gym, you're going to have to practice these things if you want to be able to do them under stress. My hope is that you realize there's so much to the world that you join, and it makes you better able to protect yourself. So I'll talk more about it in a minute. I'm going to go wander around. I'm going to hit inventory kind of quick. I'm on a pretty tight schedule this morning. I was not even going to do a live, but I'm teaching Tuesday and Wednesday, so I won't be able to do one until Thursday. But I don't know. Thursdays are usually kind of crazy too. I don't know. I might be teaching on Thursday too. I don't know. So I figured I'd hop on this morning. Like I said, though, it's got to be kind of a quick one today. But we got all sorts of cool stuff. So starting off with shotguns. We got some cool shotguns up here. to include the ever awesome Barra 1301. Then I've got some Mossberg 500s, 590s, and 930s, and a 940. That white one here is a 940 Pro. Very cool shotgun. I'm really surprised that thing did not disappear over the weekend with all the deals going on. All right, on the long gun wall, lots and lots of options, as we typically try to have. But I've got mostly ARs, some other stuff as well. I've got this IWI GAR 37, which is 7.62 by 39. I've also got a Tavor, Galil Ace, several. I blame Vinny. Several Daniel Defense, to include this dude here, special edition rifle, very cool paint job on that one. But then I've got other stuff from Springfield, Smith & Wesson, FN, to include that 20S, and some FN ARs. I was kind of surprised at the swag table. I had some FN patches, and I know not everybody that comes to the event is really into the gun world, but I was surprised how many people didn't know who FN was. It was kind of surprising to me. But Jim, good freaking morning to you. Glad the weekend's over. That's not good. You know, I heard that a few times this morning at the gym too. A couple of the guys that came in were like, "Hey, how was your weekend?" Oh, it was long. Man, it's usually not a good thing. It's usually not a good thing. For me, the weekend freaking flew by. So hopefully yours was overwhelmingly good, Jim. Anyway, more stuff up here, to include a lever action Marlin in 44 mag. Then I've got a bunch of CMMG stuff down here, 7.62 by 39, 308, 5.56, 9 mil, Descents, and Banshees, and other cool stuff. One kid broke his finger, the other broke her nose. Holy moly. That sounds like a weekend I typically have. Good times, good times. All right, well, yeah, so at least the weekend's over. All right, into the pistol case. Shadow Systems. Got a few shadows in here, getting a little light, but if you've not shot one, come on camera. Oh, dang it, I forgot. Just reminded me. If you've not shot one, come check them out sometime. They are really, really, really nice guns. Had one of our students come in this weekend. He's already got one or two maybe, and he bought one or two more this weekend because everything was on sale, and got a comp. You know, had some fun with it. Expensive and no new gun to show. Yeah, that sucks. Mr. Corley, good morning. Well, I'm glad. I was talking about it earlier that I felt weird sitting up there in front of class teaching in a swimsuit, but I wish I could do that every day. I wish I could live in a board shorts and a tank top. I'd be a happy person. Let me get back to the case, and we'll talk a little bit more about this weekend. Let's see. Springfield, lots of options. Prodigies, XDMs, and Hellcats. Smith, Equalizers, Shield EZs, 5.7s, 380 Bodyguards, CSX, M&P 2.0s, and SD9s. SIG, lots of options from SIG, all sorts of 320 and 365 variants, and quite a few legacy guns as well, 210s, 226s, and 229s. Beretta, several 92 variants, X Performance, Compacts, RDOs, then PX4 Storm and APX, HK VP9s, to include three optics ready VP9s. That's kind of cool. FN 509Cs, Ts, Mids, 510s, FNX 45s, LS Edge, all sorts of cool stuff there. Canic, Mateys, and TP9s galore. Glock, I've got, for 9mm Glocks, I've got 17s, 19s, 45s, 48, 43X, 34, 47. And I've got some other options in there as well. Walther, PDPs in several sizes. PPQs, Q4 steel frame. And then I've got PPK in there as well. Savage, and Carr, and Mossberg. And AirX Delta L, M, and it looks like L's and M's. And I've got Ruger, all sorts of different flavors of Ruger, Security 9s, 5.7s, Max 9s, EC 9s, LCP 2s, and then quite a few Taurus in there as well. All right, I'm going to go over to my shelf. I want to talk about some of the classes from this weekend, and then touch again on the upcoming women's self-defense clinic down the road at Gracie. Any questions for me about any of the stuff you saw over there? TX22s. Nate, gosh dang it. Just for you, Nate, I'm going to go look. We had some a week or two ago, I know. Let's see. For the 22s, I do have one. One Taurus TX22 Halo. Where the heck is it? There it is. So that's the only one I've got. Oh, no, I've got another one down here as well. Two-tone. So that's what we got, my man. All right. So if you came out this weekend, or even if you didn't, we did have one of our presentations that we streamed on Facebook. We had Mark Cox and Charles, what was the guy's name from GOA? Alex Shea, yeah. Alex from Gun Owners of America do a presentation. So when you finish watching this, go to our Facebook page and watch that presentation. It's like 25, 30 minutes long. Great presentation. Alex, man, if you got to meet Alex, you feel like you're best buds with Alex. Alex is he's a very cool individual. And if you don't know much about Gun Owners of America, do some Googling. They are the organization that's fighting for our rights, our Second Amendment rights specifically. Really, really cool organization. I think it's pretty awesome because we got quite a few people that signed up that either A, knew who they were, but didn't really, put two and two together about how membership can help them individually and how membership can help us collectively as 2A advocates. And they also got quite a few people who didn't know who they were to really understand. So it's awesome. Alex and his crew of people that were out here were great. They will be back at the end of, I don't know if Alex is coming back, but GOA will be here the end of October sometime. Do you remember the date off the top of your head, Charles?
October 27th.
October 27th. So 10/2/7. They'll be back out here doing some advocacy training. So if you want to be able to be a bigger part of our community, for the 2A community, come out to that and learn how to be a good advocate, not just somebody that says guns are good and everybody who hates them is terrible, right? Learn the ways of the GOA. Really cool organization. They do really good things. So Frank's joined GOA Saturday. It looks to be a great, they really are, Frank. They really, really are. They are my go-to. We had some great conversations with them a couple weeks ago at USCCA. They are committed to the fight, for sure. So they were out here all day outside answering questions, put on a couple of little clinics inside. They did one early in the morning, just GOA, then they did the one with Mark Cox. Obviously having Mark out here is always great. People get to interact with Mark. Mark's a super cool character. If you've never met him in person, hopefully you get to come out and chit-chat with him a little bit on Saturday. Rob from Tactical Care Concepts. He was a little gimpy from a recent motorcycle accident, but he was out here helping us with putting on a tourniquet course and then a wound packing course. Not a full-on course, but a little clinic. And then Liz and I did one on home defense, firearms, and considerations to think of when you're trying to decide on what kind of gun to buy. Just like everybody that was presenting that day, we try to do our presentations in 45, 50 minutes, and it's something that I want to talk about for like 4 hours. It's hard to hit all the key points, but I think all the presenters did really well at doing stuff, and I think the classes were well attended. So thank you all for sitting in on those. Grilled some hamburgers and hot dogs. Jake was grilling pretty much all day long. Every time we'd start cleaning up and think we're done, a couple more people would show up and like, oh, you got a food already? So Jake had fire it all back up and start going again. So it was awesome. We had a really, really, really good day that day. And I appreciate everybody that came out. We certainly, the range certainly appreciates all of our customers, which is why we try to do that event. So thank you guys again for hanging out with us. So for those of you that weren't on first thing this morning, the burgers were good. I got one late, but it's still tasty. This Friday, women's self-defense workshop just down the road from here. This is not being held here. It's just down the road from here in the Schnucks parking lot, or Schnucks Plaza. It's not in the parking lot, but Schnucks Plaza. $25, 2-hour women's only seminar. And guys, just so you know, we are working on something with them to do a co-ed thing. Very similar in function to this one. That's just hands and grappling and creating space, but then also something on some firearm retention and that sort of thing. So stay tuned. It's coming. It's a process, but it's coming. But for this one, women's only self-defense workshop, it really teaches you how you, as a typical smaller individual, you're usually smaller in size and strength, how to create some space and get away from somebody. How you can, the girl that I was rolling with this morning, she's tiny. I mean, she's a little bitty person. I'm not like a super big guy, but I'm not a tiny person. And she was throwing me this morning. That's what we were working on this morning, was throws. And it was awesome. She was so excited too the first time. I've got screwed up ribs, so I wasn't going to let her throw me at first. And then we got out what we call a crash mat, the big, thick, fluffy pillow mat. And I said, well, if you want to throw me into that thing, you can. She was like, yep. She was launching me. It was great. But that's really what jiu-jitsu does, is it helps teach you how to use leverage, not just physical strength. And it's not so much about, you can hurt somebody to create pain, to give you an opportunity to get away, yes, but it's really what it's about, is giving you an opportunity to get away from some common grabs, chokes, that sort of thing. And then if somebody's got you on the ground, in a compromising position, what you can do to get away from that. So I hope you join us. If you want to, please shoot us an email, training@therangeSTL.com. Just let us know you're interested in the Gracie course. We'll send you a little Google form to fill out, just so we can keep track of who wants to show up. It's $25. You pay that day when you get there, and you'll have a really, really good time. So please, guys, if you're watching this, tell your ladies about it. Shoot us an email. Even if they want just more information about it, hey, tell me about the Gracie Women's Self-Defense Clinic on Friday. We'll send us an email, training@therangeSTL.com. We'll fill them in, and then if they want to show up, fill out the form, show up. 7 to 9 p.m., it's a really good time. Typically we'll have groups of ladies that'll show up with friends, and then they go out for dinner afterwards or something, so it's a good time. All right. I am out of time, speaking of time. So, as always, if you guys need something, come see us, 14803 Manchester Road in beautiful Baldwin, Missouri. Open 10 to 8 Monday through Friday, Saturday 9 to 6, Sunday 10 to 6. You guys stay safe, be nice to one another, and we'll catch you soon. Later.